A woman rushed to the hospital after being struck by a car. Ahead, what we're learning about the driver this Labor Day.
You can raise yourself to be a victim, or you can be a victor.
Preventing distracted driving. How a new Missouri law is saving lives.
Sunshine today and below average temperatures in the upper 70s and low 80s.
A rich history of hosting golf championships. The professional tournament returning to St. Louis.
Celebrating the holiday. The local parade's happening this morning across the bi-state.
This is Today in St. Louis, focused on you.
Well, good morning, everyone. It is Monday, September 2nd. I'm Michelle Lee.
And I'm City Starworth. I'm in for Rennie Knott. Thanks for waking up with us on this Labor Day morning. If you have the day off and you want to get outside and enjoy, we have a treat for you this morning. Jim Castillo is filling in for Anthony Slaughter. And Jim, it looks like it's going to be a cooler one, huh?
Yeah, good to see you guys. You know, it's amazing because last week it was so hot. And then this week, there's our friend right there. High pressure out of Canada. So it's going to bring in sunshine today. Now we'll see a little bit more clouds tomorrow, but still pleasant weather. Look at that sunrise beginning to really bring in that color this morning. It really doesn't officially come up until about 6:32 up and over that horizon, but really a beautiful start to the day. 62 right now, and of course that 67% on that humidity, but we're in the 50s and low 60s outside of the city and only in the 70s and low 80s today for highs. We'll have much more on the weather forecast for you coming up. Let's check in on that traffic this morning. You know, the great news on that, it is a holiday. Most people had the day off, so we're looking at green on here in most areas. But let's go ahead and zoom in where we do have a little bit of a problem. Doesn't look like a big slowdown on this, but I've noticed an accident, and this is on 55 northbound, a crash before exit 23, Illinois 143. And of course, we have a stalled vehicle to the west. Of course, I can't move this anymore. Hold on. Let me just move this a little bit further west here. There we go. And we will question mark this, and there we go. And we have on 64 a stalled vehicle before exit 25. Otherwise, not much going on, which is fantastic, Michelle.
We want to tell everyone, if you're driving today, it's better to leave early. AAA is saying the busiest times will be 11 a.m. and 8 p.m. Also new this morning, a woman is rushed to the hospital after being hit by a car in North St. Louis. It happened just after 12:30 this morning at Hebert near North Grand. Police say a woman and a man were crossing the street when she was hit. The man was not hurt, and police say the driver did stay at the scene.
Also new overnight, several homes in North St. Louis appear to be damaged by gunfire. It all happened around 1 o'clock this morning in Glasgow Village on Shepley Drive. Our photographer who was on the scene saw several evidence markers being laid out, as well as bullet holes in at least 4 of the homes that we saw. Now, we've reached out to police for any additional information. We're still waiting to hear back this morning. Well, right now, it's been over 1 year since texting while driving became illegal in the state of Missouri. This morning, we're taking a closer look at how the law has affected our roads.
And Mercedes McKay has covered the story, of course, since that law changed. Mercedes, do we know if roads are safer?
Good morning, Michelle and Sydney. Roads are safer. So actually, since Missouri's hands-free law passed last August, distracted driving phone use on the roads has dropped by 8%. Now, this is obviously welcome news for everyone who pushed for this law to pass over the last few years, especially for those who have lost loved ones.
If I can save one family from walking through what my kids and I have had to walk through, it's totally worth it.
Using tragedy to change history.
You can raise yourself to be a victim, or you can be a victor, where tough things happen in life, but it all depends on how you want to overcome.
Those are the two options Stephanie Benning gave her kids when their dad was suddenly taken away from them on May 13th, 2021.
Him and my daughter were heading down to the lake when the accident occurred.
A driver, distracted by her phone, hit and killed Mike Benning as he was picking up something on a Missouri interstate.
She called me and said, "Hey, Mom, something's happened to Dad. Can you get here?"
It wasn't until the day her life changed forever that Stephanie learned Missouri was just one of 2 states without a law banning texting and driving.
I would not wish it on anyone, and that is one of the reasons why I wanted to get out there and make our story known to legislator to get things changed in Missouri.
And that's exactly what this widow did. sharing her testimony to help get the sit-ins-bending hands-free law passed on August 28, 2023.
Traffic crashes are preventable, traffic deaths are preventable, and this is one way to make sure people get the right message that it's, not okay to have your phone in your hand when you're behind the wheel.
Nick Chabaria with AAA says people are getting that message. Since the law's passage, distracted driving phone use dropped 8%.
They estimate that's prevented more than 450 crashes, 2 fatalities, which is, incredible. But we'd of course like to see it drop even more.
While the work is never ending.
The hands-free law was very much needed here in the state of Missouri. Now it's about getting people to recognize the law and understand the law.
Stephanie is grateful her husband's life was not in vain.
I'm very thankful for the traction that we've had this year and to know that there are lives that have been impacted. They're getting to see their loved ones at the end of the day.
We can all learn a lot from Stephanie and her resilience, pretty incredible. So it's important to note, Michelle and Cindy, that police can only still give out warnings for this. Ticketing actually won't start until January 1st, 2025. And once those penalties do start, first-time offenders, that fine can be about $150. But if you're a repeat offender, that can go up to $500. Live in St. Louis, Mercedes McKay, 5 on your side.
Thanks so much, Mercedes. This morning, the Missouri State Highway Patrol is releasing new numbers on DWIs from the holiday weekend. A total of 13 drivers have been arrested for DWI in the St. Louis area. State police say last Labor Day weekend, one person was killed or hurt on the roads every 9.5 minutes statewide. The Highway Patrol says extra troopers are out patrolling the roads to keep everybody safe.
And developing today, a chicken wing lover's dream quickly turned into a nightmare over in the Metro East when a big fight shut down a popular food event. Fairview Heights police say the Midwest Wing Fest got out of hand Saturday night when people heard gunshots and saw people fighting. Police say many involved were minors and several people were arrested. Proceeds from the festival at St. Clair benefit local combat wounded veterans and fallen heroes.
Well, a new plan is in place to solve the transportation problem at St. Louis Public Schools. This will impact bus routes, giving students additional stops tomorrow. The district says more students will be able to ride the bus, and the plan should address current issues.
Well, we're taking a live look this morning at 6:07 from Belleville, where you can celebrate your Labor Day with a parade. You should know their holiday parade starts at 10 o'clock this morning, and it'll march down the public square and end with a picnic. A look at the iconic fountain there this morning. Granite City will also be celebrating Labor Day this morning. Bands will be rocking down State Street near 18th. The parade will end at Wilson Park. There, everyone is invited to a cookout and refreshments.
Coming up, some technical troubles on the checkout page. We're going to let you know if this could impact your Labor Day shopping on Amazon.
And turning infrastructure into art. The large wall turned mural in downtown St. Louis.